All right, welcome back to Jay's Bass Channel, and we're doing tip of the day, bass tip of the day, number 28. And what this is about is if you are a gigging bass player, especially if you're traveling, you need to have a few extra items with you. So if there's some sort of emergency during the gig, you're not going to be out of luck and not be able to play. So I keep a little road case with me with a few things, and I've just added this. I got one of these little cheap $110 bass head. So if my bass amp dies, I have that. Another thing, you definitely want to have some spare strings in case you break a string during a gig. Most everybody wants to have a tuner pedal with them, some sort of DI or bass preamp if you use that sort of thing. Another thing that's very important is extra IEC cables, because a lot of your gear needs this sort of power cable, an IEC cable, and even your bandmates may need one, but I don't know how many gigs I've been to when all of a sudden there's a need for one of these IEC cables. Of course, if there's any active instruments involved, you want a spare battery. And for the pick players, obviously picks and things like that. Also, I carry a spare speaker cable and at least one spare, if not more, instrument cables, because a lot of times the spare is not for you, it's for a bandmate. How many times have you gotten to a gig and the bandmate has forgotten their cables for some insane reason? It's really good to have a few things like that. You know, other things you can throw in there is a vocal microphone or other things that you think may be needed. I mean, I have definitely gotten to a gig before where 4 people in the band sang and the place only had 2 vocal microphones. In that case, you actually need a cable and a stand too, but that's a bit much. But as far as just a basic kit, and I'm sure some of you guys watching actually want to add things that you take to the gig too, just in case. So maybe some snack bars. I don't know. You can't get to a gig and find out there's nothing to eat. So there's all sorts of other weird little things that people that gig a lot take with them to help them out of a tough situation. So anyway, there's some ideas of extra things you can take to gigs in your gig bag.